Hi, Mom Proof. We're back.
Hi.
Yo.
The art of being comfortable with uncomfortable. And we have our special guest again. Double
we're
with
back.
me.
Our
Daughters.
Yay.
Sophia, Reagan, and Avery. Welcome, you guys.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks for
We're
being
happy
here.
to be here.
So we want to really just hop right into something. This time last year, we were all super stressed out about, well, I wasn't, you were. All the students were. Maybe some of the moms were and dads. About college, right? Yeah. Are you getting your letters in, your acceptance, your rejection? It's halfway through the school year. I mean, let's just talk a little bit about some things that you can share with maybe other students or their parents, even seniors. Maybe you have seniors and that are, you're still friends with at your old high school. What's a piece of advice you would give? Like just
I would say my biggest piece of advice, this is less emotional, more than it is like something I want, like you need to do. When you get accepted to a school, immediately sign up for a dorm. Because
Did you go for what?
Yep. No, because you don't have to be committed to going to the school to sign up for a dorm. So you can sign up to like 3 or 4 different schools' dorms.
What?
And
Reagan, that is really good. Listen,
you
see, this is really good.
Yeah.
Because there are so many kids, and I know last year in the summer, there were your friends that were going, where are we going to stay? I didn't sign up for a dorm.
Yeah.
So that's really good. That's good, Reagan.
Because,
thank you for that.
Yeah.
Seriously, it is. Sophia, what do you think?
That's my takeaway.
I would say like this time last year, my main thing was like I wanted to go to San Diego so bad.
I remember Mom telling
what
me
I wanted to do. Like that was like everything, and I would literally stress out every single day because you don't hear back. I didn't hear back until like
I found out late
February, late February, early March, and everybody else was like already committing to schools.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of around the time, like especially with Southern schools, they hear a lot earlier than California.
Totally.
And I would just say like, I personally like just came to terms with it, and I was like, my other choice is Arkansas, and I was like, if I don't get into San Diego, then Arkansas is where I'm meant to be. Yeah. That's where I'm gonna thrive the most. That was just like where the life is taking me, and I will be good no matter what.
That's a beautiful moment.
You are very good.
That is great.
Yeah,
we know that
perspective shift, a mind shift.
Yeah.
That's a mom.
I would just say I wish that I would have been more in the moment rather than stressing, because I ended up at the exact place I wanted to. So there was no point in stressing that much. But
hindsight.
So you actually had a little bit of a different experience.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you really wanted the school that you had your heart and mind set on.
Set on this one
and
school.
Rejection happened.
Okay, I didn't get rejected. I got waitlist.
I was trying to be dramatic. I was trying to be dramatic for the podcast.
That was too much.
I got
I know.
This was my top school. I wanted to go there so bad. I did early action. I wanted this school so bad. I was talking to girls that already went there for like rush stuff. And then I got the letter back and it was deferred. And I was like, wow, what the heck am I going to do?
Yeah.
And so then I found out about OU and I was so set on OU. And I didn't even think twice about UT because I was like, I'm not getting in. Like, it's just not
It feels
happening.
that way.
Yeah. And thank gosh, you made me apply because I wasn't going to apply. She made me apply. So thank goodness for that.
That was the only thing I did for college apps. I will say you did great on your own.
I did.
You really did. But that was tough. I mean, so there are kids right now that are probably getting those letters that are,
if that's your top school and you don't get into it, you were not meant to go there.
Yeah, exactly.
I just
good one.
It's you're meant to go wherever you're meant to go. And I'm so grateful I didn't get into that school because I would have gone there. So
right.
So it was really, that was a hard day.
Yeah, that was hard. Yeah. Just like hearing that, it's a no. Nobody likes to hear no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody, especially when you're doing college applications.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
But I mean, everything worked out the way it was supposed to. And I freaking love UT. So
hook 'em. So I wonder if, though, when you think about yourself in the shoes that you are now and you're talking to a family or just kids that are starting the process, juniors maybe even, is there something, you wish they would, besides that question, like that they would do differently to appreciate what they had in the moment and not worry so much about college? Like, how do you get that pressure off you when so much of the community and everyone's talking about what's your college? And
I mean, social media makes it hard because everyone's posting, oh my God, I got into this school.
Exactly.
I got into this school. So literally all I can say is just ignore it.
Really?
Just ignore it. Just do what you think is best for you.
Yeah.
But what if kids don't even want to go to college? Like, is the pressure to even just like, this is what you have to do? Are y'all feeling, do you remember feeling that when you were 10th, 11th, 9th graders?
I feel like definitely like feeling like, oh, all of my friends are going to this certain place. That's where I need to go.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I also had like a definite like separation when I was like, okay, I do want to go to California, but also like I don't know anybody and all of my friends are going, maybe not that everybody went to the same school, but like kind of in the same area, like in the South. And I only had like one other friend going to California with me.
Yeah,
but
I can picture that.
now that I'm here where I am, I'm really glad that I took that risk because I also felt like it helped me to grow a lot as a person.
Yeah.
Just taking that like, oh, well, I have to have growing my social skills,
That one.
meeting all these new friends.
Yeah,
like I
that's a
feel like
big
it really
deal.
helped me as a person too.
Well, that's a great segue to think like, how hard is it to be who you are in your high school group and then all of a sudden you're pulling away to go to college?
Yeah.
What is that breakup like, or that transformation is probably a better word?
I think like after like going through like Rush, that was a big thing that kind of forced me to like not be so shy and kind
Yeah.
of branch out a little bit and like actually be like, okay, like where are you from? Like
Mhm.
be the first person to start a conversation because everybody's in the same boat you're in during
Yeah.
that time. And even like in classes, like you're meeting all these new people and it's like being in the college environment forces you to be more outgoing. I feel like.
I say it's y'all in your little habitat. Go ahead. I love this little habitat of young people.
Well, I mean,
living
coming from
together.
someone who didn't do a sorority, like you kind of had an automatic friend group,
Yeah.
which kind of made it easy to socialize. Coming from someone who didn't do a sorority, it's kind of the same thing. You have to start conversation.
Yeah.
Like if there's a girl who looks similar to me in one of my classes, I'll just go sit by her.
Yeah.
It's one of
Oh,
those. It's you can't wait for people to come to you.
Yeah.
You have to go to them.
Yeah.
Or the best thing is
That's
just
important.
go out
Yeah.
on the weekends. Don't
Yes.
stay home on a Friday night.
Yeah.
If you're in a bar, go see a girl who you think looks nice. Oh, I'll go talk to her.
Yeah.
That's just the best way to do
So
it.
like risk taking, a good way. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's
Getting out
also
of
not as
yourself.
hard. It's not as
Yeah.
hard as it as you think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you just walk up
prepping
to
you for
someone.
life. That's what you actually
Yeah.
do later in life when you start a new job or you go out to dinner with friends that you've just met. I mean,
Yeah.
it's important to keep doing
Plus,
that.
the friends will come in the most unexpected way. Like, I
Yeah.
met one of my best friends because me and my roommate got locked out of our room. And we're walking down the hallway and we just started a conversation with the girl.
Yeah.
So it's the most unexpected things and you'll make a friend.
Mhm.
It's kind of like that thing where you said about rejection, like nobody likes rejection. You're afraid to go talk to them
Yeah.
because you think that they're,
Mhm.
but what's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like a
I mean,
good
I've been blown off, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be your
Not
friend
everybody's
anyway.
going to want to play with
Yeah.
the playground. You need to go back to that.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
I feel like I got really lucky because one of my roommates is very extroverted and she's not really scared. I mean, I'm extroverted, but like
Yeah.
when I met her, I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, guys, let's go together. We're going to knock on everybody's door and introduce ourselves. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But I'm actually so glad that we did because
That's awesome.
I found out that my next door neighbor is from Austin and now he's like my best guy friend. Like,
Oh my
it was like really
gosh.
awesome. Like, and it was such a coincidence too. But I'm glad in the end that we did that because that's how I met like my really good
That's
friends
a
on
great
my floor.
icebreaker.
Yeah,
That really
At
is.
parties, you should have like
Yeah.
you have to do that. You have to go to like each person.
Yeah.
yeah.
God.
That's how
No.
it is. It's the same conversation over and over. Where are you from?
No,
What's
yeah.
your major?
Yeah.
Where are you living?
Yeah.
Favorite.
Now, was there a college that you didn't apply to, or like for kids? I'm just thinking that are out there right now, and they probably already applied. But
Mhm.
was there like you said you weren't going to apply to UT because you're like, oh, it's going to be so hard to get in.
Mhm.
I mean, would you say go ahead and apply to these places, or whether it's school, whether it's work, just go ahead and do it because you don't know?
I mean, it's always better to have more options
Yeah.
than less,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would say.
And like I think, speaking from experience, at least I had no idea I was going to get in. But I think just applying anyways and putting yourself out there and doing it anyways, going through the application process, like
Yeah.
the worst that they're going to say is no.
Yeah.
And that's really not that bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's real. No, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's
If
not.
it
Yeah.
hurts, it stings, but you got to
get
deal
over
with
you
it.
move on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so this time last year, you all were planning the last of everything.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
We were-
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You're
it's
so
last
dramatic.
January. I really am, Renee.
I said that one.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, that was traumatic rejection.
Dramatic.
Ugh.
I was
No,
saying we
it's
were
done.
dramatic for the whole
You,
last
you
Yeah.
all
We were.
were. You were
Yeah.
very
We were.
dramatic.
We were
Let's
so-
be
so
clear.
So dramatic. Like we were like
We acted
so
like we were
bad.
never gonna see each other.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
But that's
And
how
like
it
you came
felt.
back and you went right back into your
Mhm.
groove.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
friends.
100%. It was like it fell into place a lot easier than I thought it would. So
Yeah.
So maybe just remind students out there today that are going through this, it's going to be okay.
And a lot of
Yes.
change
It's-
happens with
yeah.
it too, but
Yeah.
it's a good change.
Mhm.
Okay, how about this? Was there stuff that you packed for school
Nah.
that you really didn't need, and you would say like just keep it to X amount of things, or just stick to the basics? What would your
Good
recommendation
question.
be?
Don't pack your winter clothes. Get
Yeah.
them over Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
But I would say I think I underpacked.
Or never.
Do you remember? I underpacked and I had to go back
Yeah.
to home.
You did good with that.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Underpacking.
I feel like I really didn't know what to expect packing because like I feel like I packed like a lot of long sleeves. Like just the weather in California is just like so different from here. Like I didn't even realize that like now like I feel like I can still wear a short sleeve there, which is like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. But but yeah, I feel like it's just packing like minimalistically, I feel like is really important, especially because your closet can get very messy in college with 2 other people in your room
Yeah.
as well. So yeah.
What'd you say, Ray?
Just stick to the basics, yeah. I mean, you need good going out clothes and good class clothes.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
basically it.
Frat
2
shoes, you need
categories.
frat shoes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Bring a
true.
pair of shoes that can get ruined.
Yes.
Good one.
yeah.
Good one. This is good advice for
Yeah.
the students.
Exactly.
Yes.
So cute. How about sleeping? We always talked as we were preparing to send you guys off. We're like, oh man, we got to make sure they get enough sleep.
Right.
They got to make sure they know how to say no to drugs and alcohol. There's like, are they going to work out? What would you say are some of the best things you're doing for yourself? When we touched on this last episode, but what are some of the things kids can start doing to prepare themselves for the being away from home and taking care of yourself in an emotional way? You know, not just like my underarm deodorant, but what else can they do to start preparing for leaving home? Doesn't it feel scary at that age? It doesn't. In hindsight, weren't y'all kind of tripped out or no?
Yeah.
Or you were ready though? Everyone was like, "Get me out."
Yeah.
I think at a certain
Part-
point I was like, okay, now the anticipation, of
Yeah,
getting
exactly.
there
Like
and
not knowing what's
moving
gonna
it.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it's
Yeah.
like we've never been in that position before.
Exactly.
So it was like a whole new.
Yeah. I remember being really freaked out. Like, I'm going to have a sleepover with 2 people who I have no idea who they are, never talked to them in person before. Like,
a
I was like,
trip.
this is such a weird thing
Yeah.
to think about doing. Like, I remember I kept
And then my
telling
mom's just
her
walking
that.
out the door.
Yeah,
leaving
bye.
me
Yeah,
here.
exactly. But it's
That's it.
actually a lot less awkward than you think it's going to be. At least I felt that way. Like it was like everybody was so open to meeting new people at that stage because everybody's in the same boat. Like
Yeah.
it's a lot
Yeah.
easier to talk to people than you think it would be.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Makes
biggest thing
sense.
to remember is that you're not the only one in that position.
Yeah.
Everybody is moving in at the same
Mhm.
time. Everybody is in a new environment. Nobody's been through freshman year of college before. Like
Exactly.
you're all doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're all freaking out. And I
Mhm.
think it's just like important to remember.
Yeah.
So, what about from a safety standpoint? Look, you're young women, you're walking around big campuses, you're in big cities.
Mhm.
How do you feel? Do you find yourself making sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings? Do you get from class to class and then go, oh, how did I get there? Because sometimes I'm asking
Headsets
this,
on, not necessarily
because you really get in kind of a groove or a habit, and we forget sometimes
Yeah.
that there's bad things that can happen out there. And I'm just
Mhm.
wondering how.
I think I got lucky to have like my guy friends from high school live right next to me. And I think it's
Yeah.
very important to make guy friends to walk you home at night.
Exactly.
good
like,
one.
Or like have somebody on the phone, like
Yeah.
have your pepper spray on.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
downtown Austin.
yeah.
Yeah. No, exactly. And walking in packs is very important.
Yeah.
Like I'm usually like with like at least one other person, especially like when I'm walking home late at night. It's like a
Buddy
bunch
system.
of like a bunch of people are around, and like if somebody's walking alone, like they will be like, "Oh, come over here with us just in case." You know, like I feel like it's very like community driven,
That's
especially because
right. Yeah.
everybody is
That's
living
exactly
out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stick in your pack.
Exactly.
So, what advice for parents?
Yeah.
Parents, let's see. Right now, this time last year, I think I was good. Was I good?
I think a little emotional.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, well, yeah,
I
we
was
were
that's
emotional.
okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
emotional part.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
you were trying you were trying to hide it.
Aww.
You're right. It's hard to let go, and now I've let
Yes.
Mhm.
And this time of year, we kind of knew you were going there, but we
Yeah.
had not thought of the dorm room, apparently. But I mean, really, I think we just enjoyed each other more.
That's
Yeah.
good. So parents,
I think
spend
there
that
was less
time.
conflict around the house.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah.
like, remember we talked about they were like adults living in our house.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was this in-between stage, excuse me, where
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
nice.
they're coming, they're telling us when they're coming and going.
Right, right.
But
So
we had to be
parents, back
open to
on.
that. That's
Yeah,
right. We had
parents-
to like,
Parents let
Yeah.
them. Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
yeah.
really interesting.
As Mel Robbins says,
What
let
is-
them.
Let them.
Let them.
I do like that one.
Mhm.
She's
We
good.
love you, Mel.
Mel.
Because I mean, the worst thing for a parent to hear, I've said this before, is I can't wait to leave. No
Yeah.
parent wants to hear
Yep.
that.
Yep.
You're right.
So
I
it's
think
like-
especially being back on this break,
Mhm.
like it's made me really miss the college atmosphere.
She has said it several
I
times.
have-
I
I
can't
have-
wait to go back.
I
can't
love
wait to
being
go
here
back.
with you, but
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna say because her pad is cool enough where she'd want to go back. These two
Her
have to go into
pad.
the little cell
Yeah.
that they share with two
but
other
not even that.
inmates.
Sophia and I've had this conversation. We've both been like, we want to go.
Yeah.
But then now it's like we're adjusting back home. So it's
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
I'm
like
kind of
You know,
just like
rousing you
the
a little
good
bit too.
friends, the good
And
friends
making
that
them
I've
realize.
made.
Yeah.
I miss them too, you know? Like I
Yeah.
like when I'm gone, I miss like all of my friends here. Like when I'm not at school, I miss them too. So it's also like
That's a
kind
great
of weird
sign.
like that, you
That's
know?
a great sign.
And plus, you're in your pattern. You're in your daily routine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when you're here right now, it's like you're just waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
You
back
know,
to the
you just-
routine.
yeah.
We do that
Exactly.
for the holidays anyway.
Yeah.
Probably exponential with the kids
Yeah.
coming home.
Yeah,
It's
good
not like
point.
you don't have
Yeah.
all your stuff. You don't have your schedule is off.
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
like I think that's normal. You're just craving to go back
Yeah.
to a routine.
Mhm.
And even though you're going to miss your parents because you love them so much.
But that's why we call you 5 times a day.
Yes.
Exactly.
Aw.
Exactly.
Or in the middle of the night. I never mind those. You
Yeah,
can-
no.
That's happened a couple times.
Mhm.
You have to answer, moms.
Yeah.
That's the midwife.
You're good about it.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like just jolt to it, right? It's just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, do you have? I have a text tone that is Reagan's tone. So
Oh,
Really?
wow.
So
Oh, I
it-
didn't know that.
yes, all my people have their own tone, so I can sleep through. Like if I just hear ding, it's like whatever. But if I hear ding doop, I'm like shit. It's
Okay.
Reagan. It's Ray.
I'm up.
That was weird.
I feel like
No.
it's funny because I'll call her at midnight and it'll be 2 a.m. And I don't
Yeah.
I don't realize.
I didn't even think about
She
that.
I
thinks
don't
it's funny
realize.
too, Sophia.
Yeah.
I may have
But
heard
she
that the next day at
answers.
spin or something.
She
Not sure.
answers. But I forget.
No,
Answers.
that's cool.
I
But
forget.
it helps us to know really that you guys are doing okay and that there's a lot of kids that aren't and parents that are working with them right now. Just
Especially after the first
Yeah.
semester.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep an open mind.
Finals.
Yeah,
Be patient.
exactly.
Yeah.
hmm
Mhm.
And there's some kids, I mean, this is a whole nother subject, but some kids want to come home. And I think
Yeah.
it's pretty cool that you guys are actually kind of in a space of offering advice. So
Yes.
what do you say to your friend? How do you, if they say, hey, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. How do you kind of help them through that? Do you just listen? Do you offer advice?
I think I think I
You're
think trust
out.
the
It's
process a little bit.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
like just give it a little bit more time. Not everybody clicks right away. Not everyone
Mhm.
adjusts right away. So I think just kind of give yourself first semester. See if you're like leaning towards staying at that school, then give yourself finish the year out. And then if you still don't like it, then
Yeah.
You have to be tough.
yeah.
You have
It's
to be
hard.
Tough.
Yeah,
hard.
exactly. And pushing yourself like out of your shell, like 100%. Like
Mm.
I have some friends that are like, oh, I don't want to stay anymore. Like, cause it's completely normal. A lot of people feel
course.
that way.
Yeah.
And just like inviting them out with you or like lending that extra hand being like, do you want to go to the gym together? Like, do you want to go eat together? Or introducing them to maybe some friends that you have that you think they would get along with. Just like stuff
That's
like
nice.
that.
Great
good.
suggestion.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. An important question. You ready?
Oh God.
I love these. If you could be in a band.
Bum, bum,
Avery knows.
I love the coffee one. That was a good one. We did that
Yeah.
one. Name
Coffee,
your
yeah.
coffee.
Let's go ahead, Avery. You answer first.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Avery.
given One Direction
Mm.
easily.
One Direction.
Easily.
Okay.
No question.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good one.
Oh my god.
The life and times.
Oh.
That's a whole nother episode.
I know you're right. You're right.
So-
We should do that.
we should do
We
that.
should do that.
Next guest is Harry Styles.
Oh, yes, please. Cougar.
I don't know any bands. Is that bad?
No, what you're
What's like known bands?
no, even Noah Khan's
Yeah.
got a band. Like,
Like
No, he's not.
Foreigner or Fleetwood Mac.
The
Oh.
Lumineers.
one?
She's like Travis.
Oh, I would be a Lumineer.
Oh, good
Ooh,
one.
yes.
Okay, I could
After seeing them at ACL, so good.
Yeah.
I would be a Lumineer.
Yeah.
Good
Okay,
one.
I like
Good
that.
one.
I like that.
I feel like my favorite show, like one of my favorite shows, was the Daisy Jones and the Six. Like,
Oh
if
my
I could be in like that
I don't
band,
know
that
who
would be
that
so
is.
fun.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
cute.
That was like my
That's cute.
favorite show
That's
ever.
cute.
That's cute.
Yes.
Okay. How about you?
I think Led Zeppelin or something like that.
Oh,
Like
rocker.
Yeah.
Okay.
no, back earlier, classic rock. Well, that's even
Yeah.
classic. Just Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page.
Okay.
Stairway to heaven.
It's a musical talent.
We're gonna have a nighttime episode. We could. Okay. Sandra, you? Me?
I don't know. Maybe the Partridge Family. I remember them.
You are way more fun than the
You
Partridge
are.
Family.
That's not even a real band.
That's
Well, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry,
cute.
David. What's his last
That's
name?
cute. Cassidy.
They
David
got to
Cassidy.
travel together.
They-
and
No,
sing
Eric
in a
said something about
bus.
no, John Denver. You were talking about John.
John Denver.
No, okay, the
Or
Partridge
Queen.
Family. Queen.
Queen, I like
That's a-
Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would be Fleetwood Mac because
Yes,
I
you
want to
would.
be
Stevie
Stevie
Nicks.
Nicks in another
Yeah.
lifetime. I
That's
do.
awesome.
I know.
That's a good
I
one.
know. Well, that's cool. This has been really fun. Y'all, we
Yes,
appreciate
really
you
fun.
coming
Yay,
in.
the
We know that you're
daughters.
busy and you're seeing all your friends and you need sleep. And you made time for us.
And don't
Of
stress because
Don't stress. Yeah.
parents accept that they're departing into a positive new part of their life.
Mhm.
It's not even departing; it's transformation.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
get to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's mom proof. So this is what we do, right? We talk about the art of being comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.